2021, guess what we gonna do? We gonna take care of you. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute since 2020. Now it's 2021. I want to try to be more consistent on my YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel, what I want to talk about is self-care and everything that goes into self-care. Whether that's emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, physical, financial, anything that really benefits you as a person. And what I want to talk about, since it's 2021 now, is something that everybody needs to start implementing are these 5 things to really help your 2021 go better. So the first one I want to talk about is recovery. So recovery could mean like sleeping or relaxing or basically getting your mind together. So we have been going through a lot, okay? Because of the pandemic, we have been put into a place that we were never had to be in before. And a lot of people don't really have the time to recover. We are all at home, so it seems like you would have time to, feel better. But if you're always at home and you're never able to escape that place, it kind of makes it hard for you to feel better. So you need to figure out a way to separate yourself from where you are. Whether it's going in the backyard, going in the front yard, or going for a walk. If that's something you can do to help your mind recover, then you definitely should implement that. Even listening to music. Music definitely takes you and puts you into a zone where you feel safe, or you can feel the emotion that the music is bringing to you. The second thing I want to talk about is connection. It is harder to connect with people now because of the pandemic. I know we can't usually go to our friend's house. Sometimes we can't even go to our family member's house. So if it's possible, can you FaceTime? Or even if you don't have an iPhone, you can do Google Duo, where you can contact and actually see those people you care about and see their facial expressions. That definitely means a lot. You definitely need to find some source of connection. Even maybe getting a pet, I'm sure a lot of people during this time have had to get some type of companion. Maybe a dog, a cat, a hamster, anything that really makes you feel connected to something else to help you ground yourself during this time. Another thing with the connection, if you believe in spirituality, definitely take some time to meditate and look to the higher power that you believe in, or just to feel some type of connection to the earth. Like I said, walking outside, going for a hike, that helps you feel connected. Walking outside with no shoes on makes you feel connected to the earth, because there's some reason when you have no shoes on, this is how I feel. When you don't have any shoes on, you go outside, it really makes you feel grounded. The next thing is silence and smiling. Okay, silence, I know. You got to think about it. When do you really have that quiet time? And I mean the silence that you really need to bring your thoughts and bring yourself back together. Silence is very underrated, and a lot of people don't like silence, but being able to handle silence means a lot. Silence usually brings those negative thoughts, so that's why we're always trying to distract ourselves with something, whether that's Netflix, whether it's music, whether it's TikTok, talking to our friends or talking to people. But you really need to find the time to be silent and be in the moment and actually feel how you feel. And another way you can do that, being silent, writing. Journaling is something that I took up last year, which is 2020. It really makes you feel better. Well, at least it makes me feel better, because I can actually get my thoughts out of my head. So if you really feel like I can't be alone with my thoughts, try writing them down. Sometimes when you write your thoughts down, it makes you feel like it's not in your head anymore, and you kind of set it free. So if that's something you think would be beneficial to you, definitely try journaling. And smiling, think of things or do things that make you happy. And this I don't think it sounds crazy, but things that you used to do when you were younger. What made you happy when you were younger? Watching cartoons, painting, drawing, just being, just doing things that you wouldn't do, as an adult, which I do still do things, because why not? The next one I want to talk about, which kind of ties into everything, is nature. Nature really has, I feel like, healing abilities. For some reason, when you're walking, or hearing rain really brings you peace. Just the sound of it, the smell of it. Going hiking, which is something I like to do, is to go hiking and just look at nature, or even looking at the sky. Sometimes I just stare at the sky. If it's nighttime, if it's daytime, just really embrace it and hear all the noises, like birds chirping, or even if you live in the city, because if you live in the city, try to find a quiet place, and that might be a park. It could be even if you feel like you can't go anywhere, then play music off of your phone. You know, there's different sounds you can find on YouTube of nature noises, and just go outside in your backyard and close your eyes and just really be at peace with the nature and just hear it and feel it to make yourself feel better. Okay, and the next thing that I recommend is like joy, having that freedom, like I said, joy and forgiveness. Joy is the most precious thing that anybody could have. Being happy is something that a lot of people want. They really chase happiness, but sometimes happiness isn't where you think. Just kind of find happiness within yourself and find things that really bring you peace. You never know what can bring you happiness, because trying new things can bring you happiness. Trying old things can bring you happiness, but also forgiving yourself for things that you've done in the past can bring you happiness. And being human, you make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You cannot change the past. You have to learn to forgive yourself and move on from your mistakes. And if you feel like you can't do that by yourself, then, you know, confront that person if you've had an issue with somebody and really try to move forward. If you feel like you can't do that by yourself, you know, see if therapy is an option. I know that's not available for everybody, but there are some free options available. And I'll put some in the link below so you all can check out, because therapy is definitely helpful when you're really trying to get things off of your mind and feel free of judgment. Because trust me, you're not alone and feeling like somebody's gonna judge you and not understand you. And then I have a difficulty with that. Like nobody's gonna always understand exactly what you're going through, but that's not always a bad thing, because your experience is your experience for yourself. And you just need to understand it, and sometimes you need clarity from that. So that's kind of how therapy helps, or even talking to a friend or a stranger, because sometimes strangers will tell you things and you're like, where did that come from? So really finding your inner peace is important. And life is not easy, but it's not always as hard as we make it to be as well. I know we're in a difficult time, but really try to appreciate the little things and be positive. And I don't mean be positive like everything's gonna be okay. Of course, things happen. You can be realistic and be positive. You just, sometimes you gotta find the good in the bad, or accept that it's gonna be bad in the good, and vice versa. You just don't know what's gonna happen. But you have to continue to live life, you know, because life is about experience. And I think that's my outlook on life, is that life is an experience, and you never know what's gonna happen. You can be the best person in the world and bad things happen to you. You can be the worst person in the world and good things happen to you. You do what's in your heart and what really brings you peace, and just go from there, because what else can you do? But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and comment and subscribe, and come to the tribe, the soul tribe, because I really want us to make a community where we can help each other and practice self-care, because it's not always easy to take care of yourself, and taking care of yourself is one of the hardest things to do. But in 2021, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna take care of you. Ooh, that rhymed. I know you like that. So next video, what we're gonna talk about, I don't know. Bye.